Hi, just a quick video today to look at some 15mm fantasy miniatures I picked up from Alternative Armies. So let's take a look. So taking a look around at 15mm fantasy, because I fancy doing some games with such as Frostgrave, maybe doing some RPG using a 15mm miniatures. Now I've picked up some from Alternative Armies. I'm going to take a look at those in a minute. And I'm also looking around other manufacturers. One I'm looking at is Alpaca. They do some really nice miniatures. And if you're in the UK, I'll put a link in below to the website. They do things like war bands, which is a small sort of collection of miniatures for like orcs, humans, elves, dark elves, dwarves. And you get a good selection of miniatures. And there's no repeats in those little wall bands, and they're about £5.50, which is less than $10 US. Plus they sell singulars, and you can buy like armies from them in 15mm range, in their 15mm range. So I plan to pick up some of those. I'm not sure which wall bands yet I'm going to pick up. One of the ones I've seen is the Town Guard, and I'll pick up those. But for now, we'll take a look at the old stuff from Alternative Armies. The reason why I picked it up, because they have an old school feel, and when we see the miniatures, well, you know what I mean by old school, and I quite like the sort of old school look. I picked up Adventurers and a couple of Ogres, so let's take a look at them. So I picked up some Adventurers. I'll just move those up there a minute, and I also picked up 2 Ogres. Now the Ogres, as you can see, are armed with crossbows. There's not much flash on these guys. They're not going to take too much clean up. They're quite a nice size. Quite a bit of detail on them. There's a big sort of gouge in the eye there. I think I'll probably do something with that. Make it look like an injury. But if I can bring those up closer to the screen, so you can get a better look at them. Let's turn them over. So, I mean, overall, they're quite nice. They're not bad, but they do have that old school feel, which I quite like. So anyway, let's move on and have a look at the Adventurers. Now, these weren't expensive. I think the total was around about £10. So we get 2 pack animals. What looks like a halfling rogue. I believe there's 2 of those. There's a couple of them that have got doubles. So we have a wizard there, a druid, and I think I've got 2 of those. A paladin. There's 2 of those particular paladins. And then there is another one, but he seems to be a bit smaller, so I'm guessing that's probably a halfling or a dwarf. I'm not 100% sure. Another wizard type. There's the repeat of that one there. We've got what looks like, I'm going to say, a dwarf type barbarian character. And then the other 3 then are barbarians. So a female one there, another male in a similar pose, and then one with winged helmet and hammer. Now, apart from the couple of repeats, it's quite a good selection. Now, some of them do have some flash issues. So we have flash issues here on the pack mule. On both of them, we'll need a bit of cleanup. On the actual miniatures themselves, there's some elements of cleanup in most places, but it's nothing too drastic apart from the pack mules. And again, this wasn't an expensive set. It was around, I think it was about £7. And then the ogres were about £3, something like that. So it was about £10 for the whole lot, which is not a bad price. I mean, these are ideal for anyone that's thinking of doing RPGs. 15mm scale, I think, is quite a good scale for anyone that's doing an RPG and using miniatures, because you won't need as much table space at this scale, and you could do some quite interesting stuff. Like you could put together an entire 15mm town for your players to explore and building encounters around the town, and set that out on the table. So I mean, overall, I'm quite impressed for the price. Now, compared with newer 15mm, there's a lot more detail in the newer stuff, but these have that sort of old school feel, that sort of late 80s, 90s sort of feel to them, which I quite kind of like. Which is the reason why I bought them, to be honest. Anyway, that's it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.